Hi, everybody. Welcome back to another fun, drinkable session of Jillin off. I'm Christina Walkinshaw, one of your hosts. With me, as always.
Jen Murphy.
So I listened to last week's episode, Toe Banged, and yeah, off the top, it's
And
like
you got
I forgot.
horny?
I know. And immediately, I was like, "Oh, why do I want to toad my vagina again right now?" But remember, last week I opened it too. I didn't even open it on the air. So this time, look how good I'm getting.
Should we give a shout out to Sedgwick Brewery where you got these from?
Oh my God, yeah. Oh, I just spritzed. You know,
Yeah,
when you
you
open a
did.
beer and then you get the foam and it
It
poofs up.
exploded.
Maybe because it's been in my purse for an hour and a half.
Sedgwick Brewery in Davis, California that has a show, and Christina was there this weekend, and they're awesome, awesome brewery.
They are so good. And I feel like if you listen, you know my style of beer. I love session IPAs. I like hoppy but light alcohol content. And this is perfect. So this is a dry hopped Pilsner. And I know you guys don't hear me drink a lot of Pilsners on the air, but so 5% percentage wise, it's perfect and it's delicious. Like it is hoppy for a Pilsner.
Got a little nightstand for my gum in case I wanted to chew it again.
Disgusting, but I
Do you know there's some people who take out their gum, eat dinner, and then put it back in?
I used to do that when I was a kid.
That is gross.
Oh yeah, I would be like, oh, this gum hasn't lost its flavor yet. You put it to the side of your plate, you eat your food, and then you put the gum back in.
That's so nasty.
I mean, I haven't done it since I was like 9.
It's like giving a blowjob after somebody's been inside of you. Sorry.
That I've definitely done more than the gum thing, that's for sure.
Sorry.
And
Too
not when I
soon.
was 9.
I'm sorry. The podcast just started and I got dirty.
Perfect.
Talk about something nice.
Already, I'm getting hot. I have to roll up my sleeves. Oh my God, I'm getting pit stains off of you bringing up blowjobs within the first 2 minutes of the podcast.
I'm sorry. I had a weekend. Well, should I tell you mine first?
Yes.
I had a weekend. I didn't do anything, but there was some sexual advances. I was at the Improv on Saturday night, and another comic who shall remain nameless.
Do you like how much you can see on YouTube me smiling because I already know what story's coming? I can't wait to talk about this.
So this is comic. I had written a script and he had read it. And we were like, let's meet. We're both gonna be at the Improv, and we've been talking for like 2 weeks. Of like, he said he would give me notes and whatever. So then finally, we both had very late night spots, so it wasn't until like 1 a.m. So it was late. We sit at the bar. We're talking. We talked for about 2 minutes about my script, and then he started asking me like, which he's done in the past. We're friends. I mean, well, who knows? I feel like I'm too friendly with people. He's like, yeah, so, what comics have you been with and stuff? And so I named a few from the past. And he's like, would you have sex with them again? I'm like, maybe one of them, And he's like, can I watch? And I was like, I'm sorry, what?
Oh my God.
I was like, are you kidding? He goes, no, text him right now. Can I watch? And I'm like, okay, first of all, it's one thing if I text somebody right now and be like, do you want to have sex? It's another thing if I be like, do you want to have sex? And this other comic's going to watch.
Oh my God. Like I said, when you texted me, I was like, yeah, man, comedians are weirdos. I don't know.
But he wouldn't let it go. After I said no, he kept going. He goes, yeah, but do you think anytime? Like, can I just watch you sometime? And I was like, and of course, you and I are the same, where it's like, we don't want to, make waves or anything. So
Yeah.
I'm just like, ha, 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 that's funny.
I know. I'm the same way. I'm like, I don't know. I can't tell somebody that they're being a creep or that's gross and that's not going to happen. Instead, I'll be like, sure, well, I'll keep it in the back of my mind.
Yeah. I blew out my ear again.
Oh, no. Paul, are you okay over there? No.
He's married, too. I mean, not that matters these
Nothing
days.
surprises me anymore. Nothing. Just like, yeah, you're married and you like to watch other people have sex with each other.
The thing
like,
that bothered me more than him asking if he could watch was him thinking that I would have the balls to ask somebody if somebody could watch us. Because then I'm the weirdo.
There's so many layers of this story that would have to, that would never happen.
It's not like if this situation happened, he's the only weirdo. I'm
Yeah.
the freaking weirdo, too.
Oh my God.
How do we get ourselves in these situations?
Because we hang out with comics all the time, and sometimes comics are weirdos.
You go out and you think you're just going to have a good night,
I know.
perform, have a few beers. Then you totally bomb on stage at the lab, the Improv.
And another comic says, I would like to watch you have sex with another comic. You're like, wow.
So weird.
It is so weird.
But do you think in this situation, okay, so he's married. Obviously, this isn't the first time he's done something similar to this, because
Right.
I think you had a story, too, about the same guy. Do you think his wife knows?
Yes.
Like it's an open relationship or...
I think after a certain age, people are pretty honest with their partners, and I feel like things they're easier to open up.
Because they've only been married like 2 years. It's not something where it's like, oh, they've been married for 20 years and now they decide, because some people are married so long they don't want to get divorced and then they open up the relationship.
Right.
But I'm saying when it's like it's a fresh relationship. Do you get married knowing you're kind of going to be open?
Ooh, that's a good question. I don't know. Because, I always assume with older people, I know a lot of like high functioning open couples. So I could see him being of that sort because I don't know how old he is, but I know he's like older than us.
I think it might be more common than we think.
I think so too.
Nobody talks about it really, but
I know it's mildly taboo, but I don't know. You know, I've tried it before. I've tried the open relationships before, and I kind of sucked at it, but at least I tried it. I know what it feels like.
But in your open relationship, would your guy that you were with want to watch you have sex with somebody else? Because that's a whole different level.
Maybe a woman, but I couldn't see him wanting to watch me have sex with another guy.
No, but
he'd be
some
happy
guys do.
if I did. Yeah, I know. It's
Paul?
weird.
Huh? Don't think you weren't going to weigh in on this
Do you want to watch some girl you like do it with another
voyeuristic
dude?
behavior?
No, I'm not into that. But there are dudes that are into it.
Right.
And they're like, I don't know. That's the only thing that's weird, though, isn't it?
Like watching another
so.
guy have sex with your girlfriend, that's weird.
Yeah.
Plus, I wouldn't want, I don't know.
I'll be the dude that has sex with their girlfriend.
Yeah.
I'm on board
Of
for
course,
that.
you got nothing to lose.
Exactly.
Or
Yeah,
like
got
two
it.
girls that kind of get.
Yeah.
Why can't you just watch porn? Like, not you, Paul. Sorry. I
yeah, no, that
looked at the
wasn't-
question right. I'm like, why can't he just watch porn? Why does he need
Well,
to see you doing? Like,
There's a
it's
big
very-
difference between watching porn and having it live. What if you really wanted cheese? And I was like, just watch it on TV. just watch the Food Network,
It's like
Christina.
True.
It's
I'm
like
not, that's not
baseball.
gonna work. That's not gonna work for me. Yeah, you're right. I'm gonna need it in real life. I'm not gonna be able to watch the cheese on TV.
It's just like baseball. It's better in person.
Oh God, so true.
You mean it's only tolerable in person?
It
Yeah.
seems like it takes longer in real life though than it does on TV.
You need
can
beer
tune
and
it
hot
out.
dogs in both.
Yeah,
That's true.
exactly.
Oh, just like sex. Dun, dun.
You want to fuck me? You're gonna have to give me beer and hot dogs
And
first.
this is why I bombed last Saturday night at the Hollywood Improv.
Peanut shells. Just breaking peanuts and throwing them on her.
Peanuts. Oh my God. Well, yeah, because that guy had messaged me a long time ago, Paul, and then he tried to backpedal and be like, "Oh, I meant to contact another Christina, not you." But then I'm like, "Really? On 2 different social media platforms, and you somehow got my phone number? Like, no, that is too many. Yeah, no, that's too many typos."
How would you do it for a certain amount of money? If this dude was like, I'll pay you blank.
What is all you American men? What is? No, I'm not making sense.
What is all you
What
Americans?
is all you American men? Because we played this game in the car on the way home from set work. So I was with Nick Cobb and James Fry, and they kept on doing these little. Okay, so
Because Americans are obsessed with money.
yeah, it's like, would you go to Mars for like 3 months if you had a job up there, but you had to be totally by yourself? 3 months, but for $3 million. I was like, no, I don't want to do that. You wouldn't do it for $3 million? I'm like, no. I'm like, it's all right. I'll find other ways to get money. Then they're like, okay, how about that shack over there? Would you live in that shack for a month alone for $30,000? I was like,
Yes.
maybe I'll live in the shack for a month, but I don't really want to go to Mars.
Yeah.
And like, then they figure it out really fast. So it seems like Christina's not obsessed with money, and that's not going to be a good enough incentive for her.
Well, the whole thing about Mars is how do you know you're going to even make it there?
That's the thing. I grew up watching the Challenger explode. Like I still don't trust going to space. It's not going to work
I'll
for
live
me.
in a shack. I'm not going to outer
I
space.
might go to the shack.
I'm not going to shit in a tube.
I know.
Do you know how long it takes to get to Mars?
Okay, you know what? I do kind of want to shit in a tube, but
You do?
Well, I don't know. I've just never tried it before.
There's no flush.
I don't know.
You just got to keep it in Tupperware until you get there.
It's a bit of a game. I like it.
I don't think you need to keep it in
I know.
Tupperware.
Just let it go, Paul. Other people don't know either.
You're like, oh my God.
They're going
I'd
to
have
think
to-
I know stuff.
It's going to be like,
You got to put it in a plastic baggie. You seal it.
oh my God.
Jen Murphy, astronaut.
Jen Murphy goes to space.
Hey, guys, I did watch a movie recently about space. I don't know what happened, but Ryan Reynolds was in it, so.
Yeah, it seems like he's
I was
in the
very
movies to go to
intrigued.
space. Seems like you need to be an A-list actor to go to space in a movie.
I know. Sandra Bullock
no
was just
more-
floating around.
There's no more like inner space
That
movie
was
anymore.
totally reality there.
Reality, yeah. Reality shows, they can't afford to go to space. That's why they have to, I don't know, just take people to a bar and get them drunk. That's.
Wait, what did you just go? What? I lost you.
Oh, no.
We were talking about space, and then you're like,
Oh,
or just take people to a bar and get them drunk.
Oh, yeah, because I said reality shows can't afford to take their characters to space. That's out of budget
See.
reality TV.
But how much would you have to get paid to eat this gum that I chewed?
$500.
Oh, okay.
I have $3 in my wallet.
Nah.
Come on. Total street cred.
I know. It would
The
be badass
listeners
street
would
cred.
love it.
But I ate Jen Murphy's gum.
You're
I feel like that's the kind of dare you did do as a kid. Where like, I dare you to eat this gum that I already chewed. Or like, when you like swap gums if you're like smooching a guy when you're younger.
Oh, yeah, that's really sexy, huh?
Only if it still has flavor. If it doesn't have flavor,
Adorable.
it's not cool.
Adorable.
Wow. This podcast. Are you excited that we have 2 podcasts to record today with such interesting content?
I'm
guys are
sorry,
for
my
real
sex
treat.
life is really boring. I don't even have
yeah.
any sexual prospects right now.
We haven't fucked anybody in a whole week. So
I have
if
zero.
if you think this week's podcast is boring, wait till you hear next week's.
I have no prospects at all.
Well, I thought the guy would come back for his pants. Remember I told you he left his pants? So then I stayed home on Saturday night, which I would have anyways because I love staying home on a Saturday night. I like to drink on Tuesdays because I'm a professional.
Were you just sitting next to his pants, just waiting?
Totally. I was like, oh, let's keep the pants on the floor right where I left them. Let him know if you put the pants on the floor, it's fine for me to keep them there. I'm not your wife. I'm not
Oh,
gonna
you didn't
fold
wash
them.
and press them?
God, no. Oh, my God.
What's wrong with you? I
I don't know.
thought you said last week you weren't a feminist.
I know. I'm like, I'm not washing your pants. I'll leave them, whatever. But then was there a bug?
Yeah, got it.
Cool. Oh, no, you didn't. You missed him. You're no Mr. Miyagi. Let me tell you. She missed the bug.
Why are you throwing me under the bus?
Hold up.
The listeners wouldn't have known I missed it.
But yeah, I thought maybe he would come back on Saturday night because I think he left town on Sunday. But then he messaged me and he was like, wherever he went on Saturday, he didn't realize how far it was. People don't understand, how spread out LA and California is and how much everything takes you to get to with traffic. And there's fires right now. Sorry.
All right.
There's a fire in my mouth. I think one of my burps could at least like contain maybe half of the fire. Christina burped and the fire was 70% contained.
We shouldn't be laughing. California's
No, it's
burning.
serious.
Although by the time this comes out, they'll be out, hopefully.
They'll be fine. My parents, like my aunt and my dad, they love to text me like what's going on in LA. They're like, oh, there's fires, the 405's closed. I'm like, I know, I live here. Like, how do you think your little Vancouver news that picks it up the day later, how do you think you're giving me information that I don't already have?
Well, they just want to make sure because some people don't watch the news.
I know, but I get those CNN updates like every morning. You get that message from CNN being like, whatever, like
I get those too.
ISIS leader knocked down, fires on the 405. Trump's still getting impeached. Start your day here.
Start your day here.
That's what they all end with. It's like murder, tragedy, murder, tragedy, murder, tragedy. Start your day here.
And a good broccoli and cheese stuffed chicken.
I know.
Get the recipe now.
I hate that stupid start your day here. I hate it so much.
Well, that's because you're supposed to click. Well, then
I
you start my day here.
The sick part is I usually do.
Don't start your day on Instagram. Start your day here
I know I'm trying not to, but I do.
on CNN.
I read the news. There was some stupid article I was really trying to click on, but it wouldn't let me because it was like, it popped up on the news feed and it was on the New Yorker, which you probably have to subscribe or pay for. So it wouldn't let me open the story, but it was something positive about astrology. And I wanted to read that story so badly, and I kept on clicking it, and it
You
wouldn't
can
open.
only get negative stories for free. You have to pay for
I know. I
positive
think that's what
ones.
it is. You want a positive story, you're going to have to pay for it. We only like to depress you here at the news.
It's America.
Yeah. Oh, my God.
How
We're
many
the
times
news.
can I say America today?
Oh, I don't know. I'll tell you what. This morning, I did beat you to liking Murphy Bed Mike's posts. I feel like it's usually when I get to Murphy Bed Mike, his Instagram feed, usually you've already liked it.
Oh, really?
Jen Murphy Comedy likes this Murphy Bed.
I try and like all his posts.
Me too. I'm very supportive of the Murphy Bed industry.
Also, you were on the ship, so I wasn't able to tell you, and then I forgot. There was one day he posted a picture, and he was wearing a shirt that said Murphy Bed, So I commented and I was like, I need one of these shirts. And then he private messaged me. He goes, send me your address and I'll send you one when we get a new shipment. I still haven't gotten it. It's been a couple weeks.
Oh, shit.
I was going to surprise you and wear it in one day, but he probably forgot. But that's okay.
Oh, my
Murphy
God.
Bed Mike. If you're on the East Coast in New Jersey or New York, you should contact Murphy Bed Mike.
Yeah, tell him we sent you. Tell him we really
Yeah.
like Murphy beds.
Yes.
And we recommend Murphy Bed Mike for all your Murphy bed installations.
Because there's so many of them.
I know. Are you tired of a bed that just sits on the ground? Do you want your bed to go up and down just like you do? Call him Murphy Bed Mike.
I do one day want to walk into some guy's apartment and have him pull down a Murphy bed.
Remember, I had that Murphy bed in my studio at Lake Tahoe like a year and a half ago.
I know, but
And I pulled it down on my head accidentally because I've been drinking at a high elevation. Sometimes when you drink at high elevations, you get drunk faster.
Well, you're Murphy. If Murphy Bed Mike installed yours, he would teach you the proper way to pull it down so it didn't land on your
don't
head.
Pull it down on your head.
I think as you pull, you're supposed to walk backwards, not just pull straight
No, I think
down.
I just pulled and stood there. Murphy bed right in the temple.
How many accidents have been caused by Murphy beds?
Google it. I bet you tons. Oh my God. There's probably like a Murphy bed like blooper reel on
Maybe
YouTube.
that's why they call it Murphy's Law.
Because
Bad things happen. I don't know.
yeah, whatever.
Why does Murphy get all the bad stuff?
Yeah, you're right. Murphy's got a lot of bad stuff.
See, no wonder why I have low self-esteem.
Oh no.
My name is cursed.
There is Murphy's Law, Murphy's Bed, Murphy's Irish Stout, Jen Murphy. There's a lot of Murphy out there.
Don't they call it a Murphy when you have your underwear up your butt too?
No, that's a wedgie.
I think they call it a Murphy too.
A Murphy?
Well,
What
I
about-
do because my underwear's always up my butt.
Oh, Murphy Brown.
That's the name of a beautiful lady.
Even
Even though it sounds like one of your poops.
I watched Murphy Brown. I could see myself calling my poops Murphy Browns.
After too many mozzarella
Whoa, just went to the
sticks.
bathroom, made some serious Murphy Browns. I love it when we gross Paul out. Wish you could see his face going.
A Murphy Brown is the kind that when you flush, there's still little pieces.
That's a double flusher. Oh, Murphy Browns.
Like, did I eat some glue? Why is
Oh,
some
the
of
Cleveland Browns. Oh, now we moved away from Murphy's, and now we're going full-blown Browns. Oh, no, my bad.
the Cleveland Browns is when it shoots up onto the seat. It wasn't good.
I thought you were going to barf on the microphone.
That was a Murphy Brown.
That was definitely a good frog burp. That one had some bubbles to
I
it.
did. It was stuck in my throat.
Oh, no. Oh, my
man.
God. You just snorted a little bit, too.
I did?
We're in our best
No,
form
I
right now.
didn't.
Yeah, you did. But it was just like a light, it was like...
Really?
I think you were just inhaling through your nose.
I didn't know.
Some of those bubbles.
Felt like the beer got stuck in my throat.
Oh my God, what is in this? This 1989 is really good.
I know we've only had 2 sips.
Do you ever notice it's the beers from Northern California that make us the most giddy? Because like we had Sudwork, we had Revisions. It seems like anything from NorCal, and all of a sudden we're having a hoot on the air.
It's just such a beautiful can.
Mhm. It's they're trying to make it look like it's like 1989. It looks like Mario Brothers.
Yeah.
1989, also a Taylor Swift album. So I'm on board with everything about this beer, and I have tons. Did you see that Instagram video that I posted of like all the beers in the back of James's truck?
Yeah.
I didn't
that's a
take all
lot.
of them.
No, but
I
they
took-
give you at least a case, right?
Yeah, I took the equivalent of a case. I was mix and matching though, because I want like some half, mostly these. Then I took some halves. Then I took a few pale ales, and some full blown.
The best is when you do that trip with comics who don't drink, and
See,
then
Nick didn't take any.
they don't get their parts. You're like, oh, I'll take
All right,
yours.
I guess I'll take those. I still only took like one case, but then, I'm sure James will get like he's gonna drink them on his podcast too. That was a grandpa burp. That
James
one I
has
call
a
a grandpa burp.
podcast?
Yes, I guess so.
Oh,
Or
I
maybe
did not know
Sam,
that.
maybe because he said Sam, and I know it wouldn't be Goldstein, so it would have been like Samuel J. Conroe.
Comro.
That guy. So maybe maybe he has a podcast and something like that. But anyways, did you hear that last burp? That last burp I would call a grandpa burp. You know the ones that just kind of fly out of your mouth without notice, but they're kind of like airy. There's like bleh, like
Yeah.
that. What's a grandpa burp?
Yeah. Grandpa Murphy.
Grandpa
So
Murphy.
you have no Hinge or dates coming up?
No, I can't go on dating apps. Every time I go on dating apps,
What
I
happened?
go on
You
a
loved him.
date, and then I'm like, oh no, now somebody wants to hang out with me another time, and then like,
Oh, it
then
must
I
be
just,
so hard.
I know. I'm like, oh, let's not. Oopsies.
I have too many people. It's too many.
I don't have time to date anyways. I'd rather just like,
I'm just trying to get invited to a second date. You have too many.
even the last guy, he was nice, and then I feel bad because he's like, when are you back? Are you back? Are we gonna hang out? And I'm like, I'm busy, but I really am busy. But sometimes I also, even if I'm not busy, then sometimes I still don't want to be busy. I just want to sit at home on my couch and watch Rosemary's Baby.
Rosemary's Baby. That sounds relaxing.
I know. I just watched it for my first time the other night. Have you ever seen it?
Yeah.
Oh, of course I've heard, like I knew what the movie was about, and I've heard about it for decades, but I've actually technically never seen it. So
I didn't see it till later in life either.
Yeah,
I think I was in my early 30s or something. Definitely way beyond when everybody else saw it.
Oh yeah, it's from like 1968, I believe. And yeah, but do you see? I made the little Instagram video of her writing blood on on the calendar.
No.
And then I was like, oh, those.
Oh, I think
it
I
said
did
like
see that.
November 1st, 1965, and she just like gets her pen right as she's tracking her period.
Oh,
It's
I
just,
did
like,
see that.
blood. Like that was 1965, back before you were allowed to call it Bloody Kitty.
Oh, I did, yes.
Bleh.
What were the first scary movies you saw as a kid?
E.T., I think was the first movie I ever saw in theater.
I don't think that's not a horror.
Oh, sorry, you say horror movie? Horror movie that I ever saw?
Yeah, scary.
Okay, so
I
this
mean, I
is-
guess E.T. could be scary.
I mean,
That part where he comes out of the closet all dressed up.
I think there were parts of E.T. that did scare me because I was like 5, I think, when it came out. So I was a little creeped out. But the first horror movies, so yeah, we used to go to the video store and we would rent. So of course the classics like Halloween, Nightmare on Elm Street, all the Jason movies, Friday the 13th.
Yeah, Friday the 13th was my first ones at slumber parties.
Yeah, I think Friday the 13th, like 3 or probably one of the first ones I ever saw, and there was like a lot of slashing in those ones. But do you remember this one? Do you remember? Did anybody see Sleepaway Camp?
No.
Oh, Sleepaway Camp was weird, and you know, like 80s horror movies. Like as a teenager, like seeing boobs in a movie was like such a big deal, and horror movies always had boobs.
Friday the 13th was the first time I ever saw sex.
Yeah, I could see that. Yeah.
And I think it really affected me mentally because I was so young. And also, every time they'd be having sex, that's when he would kill them.
I know.
They always got killed having sex.
There was definitely.
I think as a child, you're like, oh, it's so bad.
I think the movies definitely they did. They wanted to scare you into believing, oh, if you have sex as a teenager, you're gonna get murdered.
It'd always be some girl with really big boobs, like bouncing on top
Yeah.
of a guy, and then it's just like.
Yeah. Oh my God, it's true though. They were trying to scare
I
us
think
out of.
I was like 7, just like, what is happening?
Oh, totally. Like I feel like, yeah. My parents let me watch the Ted Bundy like made for TV movie on Ted Bundy when I was like 11, but I think that was just them trying to scare me into not liking men.
Probably.
They're like, she's 12, she can watch this.
Did it work?
Totally. But I also remember, because like I grew up in the 80s, so there's lots of like made for TV movies. I also remember watching the Karen Carpenter story, and that scared me into eating more because I didn't really understand eating disorders. I was just like, oh, if you don't eat, you die. So
And you're still spreading the word.
so I literally ran upstairs and I like made 2 hot dogs.
Are you serious?
Yeah, right after I watched Karen
I don't think I've
Carpenter.
ever seen the Karen Carpenter story.
Oh, you know what? On Monday morning, I got up. I guess it was yesterday morning, but yeah, or maybe it was Sunday morning. And I hit the Carpenters essential playlist on Apple, and I listened to the Carpenters like
So
all
funny.
morning.
It scared you
Don't
into
you
eating
remember?
more?
Yeah, I did. She had a beautiful voice, and those songs, while they are very cheesy, like Close to You. You know, Paul, do you know who the Carpenters are?
No.
He's way
Okay,
too young.
let's see if you know this. Okay, I hope we don't need the rights for me to butcher this song. Okay. Why do birds suddenly appear every time Ted Murphy is near? Okay, those are different lyrics. Just like me,
I can't.
they long to be close to. I'm never re-listening to this episode. That is enough of my bad singing. But oh my God, oh yeah, the Carpenters. But there's other songs like "Rainy Days and Mondays" always get me down, and "Superstar." Like there's some
So
songs that are
good.
so good but so depressing. Like Don't you remember you told me you love me, baby? Said you'd be coming back. Oh my God, it's very depressing music.
It's like Luther Vandross, right?
Oh, I think he did cover that song.
covered it,
Yeah,
yeah.
Superstar. Yeah, he definitely did.
There was a lot of heartbreak in the
Yeah.
70s and 80s. Not now.
It was it. I know.
Now we're just like, fuck you.
Yeah, exactly. I hate you so much right now. I hate you so much right now. Ah, that song came out around the time I lost my virginity, Khalees. So,
Do you think it's a lot easier now to have relationships with people when you do most of it over the telephone, over like social media or texting?
it's a good question.
Like, do you think you're kind of keeping yourself safe from getting hurt if you spend most of the time talking over text instead of in person?
I think.
Because if you're in person, you're engaging and there's eyeballs and there's whatever.
Oh, this is a good question. Yeah, you're right.
I only ask because I've been texting somebody for 2 months straight.
And you're not feeling any love connection at all. Like, oh well, whatever. This guy. We're just texting.
Hey, best friend.
And it is easier to be a player if you're just texting and like social mediaing everybody. You're like, okay, I got
But
this guy,
do you
this guy,
think
this
they're
guy.
really? Do you think even if you're talking a lot, do you think you're really getting to know them?
It's good. That's a good question.
Because it's hard to get into any kind of deep.
It's true. It's true. We're not getting that deep if we're just texting somebody. You need to be like, I feel
Yeah.
like intimacy is something that happens in real life and like
Yeah.
not, thumbing a phone.
Yum yum.
Yum yum. Oi. Oi. Oh yeah, this is what I was gonna bring up. We were talking on the way here. But yeah, so my friend, and Paul, you can get in on this too. So my friend is in this long distance relationship, and he texted me last night because he has started to post pictures of the girl and
How
him
long
together.
is the distance?
Like a significant, like Canada, America. So the distance is serious. It's across a continent, basically.
So they have a relationship that's well, they could FaceTime.
But
though.
they hang out in real life and then they go home. But he's posted some pictures, and she doesn't like any of them. Like she won't hit the like button on any of their photos together. And then I was like, well, maybe she's not like super into social media. And he's like, no, she's on her phone all the time.
So does she post a lot on social media?
Apparently, he says that she's on her phone a lot, but he
Do you
is
think that's
obviously
weird, Paul? To not like?
to not hit the like button on a photo of you and the guy that you're dating.
No, I mean it could be. It could be like, oh well, this is already us. Why do you need to see my name on the like?
I know.
I'm in the picture. I don't need to be.
Maybe
Maybe
it
in
still seems
the
a little
comments.
weird.
I think it seems a little weird too because it's so you know me. I'm a likeaholic. I like everything because I'm like, why would I follow somebody if I didn't like their stuff? So that being said, I am a likeaholic. But yeah, maybe liking a photo of yourself feels kind of narcissist, and you're like, well, I'm already like I wouldn't like a photo that I posted.
Yeah,
Do
but
know what I
you
mean?
would like a photo if I posted it of you and I.
I sure would. So I did tell my friend that it is a little bit weird, and so they're gonna FaceTime today, and I'll let you guys know.
He's gonna confront.
Yeah. Oh, he had to. He was like, I have to text her. It's bothering me. I was like, I get why it bothers you. I think it would bother me too, to be honest.
How do you have a relationship with somebody that's in another country? I mean, how often can you see each other?
I don't know. I feel like, people make it work. Again, with the social media, with texting and FaceTiming.
That's why I'm saying sometimes I think people feel safer
Yeah.
having longer distance and doing everything through text. Like you would literally talk all day on text, but you're never really making yourself that vulnerable.
That's true. That is very true.
So it's easier
Yeah.
and less chance of.
And you technically still have a lot of freedom if you're into that, which I am.
Do that smile to the camera again. All right, we got to end this one because we have another
Guys,
one to do. It's been real.
It's been super real. Guys, if you have any questions, problems, heartaches, feel free to email us at jillinoffpod@gmail.com.
Please do.
Please
And also, this is so good. We're going to drink it on the next podcast.
go get yourself some Sudworth Brewing Company in Davis, California. Send your kids to school here. Apparently, it's a big college town, so you can go there and drink beer and go to Froggy's and listen to kids sing karaoke. It was great.
All right. Shout out to Paul, Comedy Pop-Up.
We love Paul. All right, thanks for listening. Bye.